Hello and welcome back to the Silver Hair Tsunami. My name is Steve Sexton, and you know what? It's time for that bucket list segment again. Now, I have a wonderful guest. He was here before. His name's Wayne Dunlap. He's the author of Plan Your Escape. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about Wayne is Wayne just loves to travel. He's been to over 100 countries with he and his wife. In fact, he's one of the top travel bloggers in the world, according to TripAdvisory, with over 120,000 social media followers. And on that that blog called unhookednow.com, you're going to get travel bargains, travel tips for keeping you safe, getting you more, and making your travel more enjoyable. Now, one of the big things I want to tell you about Wayne is Wayne doesn't get paid a cent. He just loves to travel. So one of the reasons why we want him on the show, because he's going to give us great information. So Wayne, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me again. It's such a pleasure.
Now, one of the things I love to hear about you, and I heard it at the last travel conference, you did a segment on how to be the person on the plane that paid the lowest for their seat. Now, tell me about that.
Well, we just took a trip where we had 34 flights in it, so we had to be the people that had the best deals on the plane. But what's happened in today's travel industry, a lot of the great sites out there, the Orbitz and the Expedias, are wonderful sites. They've been bought out by each other. So if you go on there, you'll see that prices are within $1. It's almost like, so some of the new up and coming sites are actually better. The Farmers Organization did a study of all the different sites, and they're one of the biggest travel organizations in the nation right now. And they found that a site called skyscanner.com over the average gives the best possible rates. And so that's really nice now.
So that's skyscanner.com. Okay.
And then internationally, we've been doing a lot of research when we do our international flights, and then we would call a company called airtrex.com, and they would match or beat anything that we could find out there. What they are is a large consolidator, and they buy tons of airfare, and they make deals with all the airlines. And so what you can do on there is you go on there and you can usually surely get one of the best deals on international airfares as you can find anywhere. And what's a nice little bonus, they have free trip insurance from one of the best companies in the world, Travel Guard. And so that's a nice little bargain to get a good deal and trip insurance.
You know what? I know AirTrex because it saved me $4,000 when we were traveling, and I was just so shocked that I had to ask him are you sure? Are you sure?
This is such a good rate.
It was just like, wow, I saved that much.
It's been a savior for us. And when you can save thousands of dollars, that means you can go a little bit further with your trips or just save thousands of dollars. Either one is really nice. And then another one I always like to tell people about, and Europe is typically the most popular international destination for most Americans, so I always like to give the best examples for Europe. And all these budget airlines, and there's a lot of them. We just booked an airfare on a company called Monarch. I never even heard about it. It's Portugal. Anyway, but none of those flights will ever show up on the standard booking sites. So you can go to a site called flycheapo.com, flycheapo.com. Now, what it will not do is book your fare, but what it will do is if you type in, I'm going from London to, say, Barcelona, it will show you the discount airliners that go to them, and then it gives you links to go to the websites to get a really good deal.
So in other words, it pays to go to AirCheapo in order Fly Cheapo to research where to go to in order to get the best rate.
Right, that you won't find on the standard websites.
Now, if you're looking to get book travel for air travel, what is the best day of the week to do that?
Yeah, and the time is right now is that some of these airfares companies, they're fighting each other to get the best bargain and best pricing, and they can change the airfares on the same flight 3 times in a day. So there's a little window there. Then on the weekend, they get busy on fighting each other. Saturday's a good time. Sunday's one of the best times to find the good deals. And then by Tuesday afternoon, then it changes. So that window between Saturday and Tuesday afternoon is sometimes the best time to get the best deals.
So what is the best days to fly to get the best deals?
Now that is a really good question, because a lot of people just fly on the weekends. And so the best days to fly is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Oh. So many people fly on Sunday, they bump the rates up. So that's the most expensive day to fly on. So that's just a little tip. You can save hundreds of dollars, but just changing your flight by one day.
Now, I have a question. I am a person that likes to plan. So if I'm 6-8 weeks out, how much am I going to save compared to a month out, or being really flexible and waiting to the last second to try and find the best deal? What's the best way to do that?
Right. Well, domestically and international are slightly different, but it's good to book ahead. And that's study after study has shown. And they did a huge comprehensive study of 100,000 flights, and they found that domestically 8 weeks out ahead, you can save about 19% on the average. And internationally, it's 24 weeks out ahead that you can save even more, about 24%.
Wow, that's wonderful. Wayne, thanks for being on the show and giving us some more wonderful tips on how to be the person who paid the least amount for the seed. I love that. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you for having me.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. You know what? If you would like to get more tips from Wayne, you can go to his blog at unhookednow.com. But better yet, you want to go to the Silver Hair Tsunami website. Why? Because there's been so much request for his book, Plan Your Escape. You can go to the website. If you sign up and get the book on the website, you'll get it for free. That's about a $10 value, but it'll provide you a lot more value to that, especially from what you just heard today. Hey, wasn't Wayne wonderful? Just think, cheap-o air saves you a ton on airfare. Many wonderful tips by Wayne. That's the reason why he's the top boomer travel blogger to follow. Top 25 in TripAdvisor's, over 125,000 people follow his blog. You want to too. So you can go to the Silver Hair Tsunami website to follow that. Now,